next question is holistic medicine versus homeopathic medicine. What's the difference between holistic medicine and homeopathic medicine? And this is very similar to the last one, where holistic medicine is more broad, focusing on the mind, body, and spirit. It's looking at the totality of our overall health and wellness. Homeopathic would be an example of holistic medicine, very similar to naturopathic medicine. But it's more specifically remedies that aim to stimulate the body's own self-healing mechanisms, right? So very similar to naturopathic, where naturopathic is using natural, like all natural, non-invasive therapies or ingredients or things like that to help heal the body, help the body heal itself. Whereas homeopathic is really the only difference is that they're remedies that aim to stimulate the body's own healing mechanisms. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like strictly natural products. It could be a combination of things, right? Like maybe acupuncture, which isn't like a leaf that you pull off of a tree and eat it. But it's still it's still focusing on stimulating the body's own self-healing mechanisms. So very similar, slightly different. Did I miss anything on that one?
I think that homeopathic fits under the umbrella of holistic health. And sometimes our body needs a boost, and that's okay. It's adding an extra nutrient, adding a supplement, adding acupuncture, adding a homeopathic remedy that deals with just that. Right. It's that boost that our body needs to remember. That's what I got for you tonight.
Yeah, homeopathy in particular, when you define that, it's using microdosing of some substance to stimulate the body's own natural healing processes. And so oftentimes you'll see tinctures, different liquids, different products that are giving, but it's microdosing to stimulate the body's natural healing. And I've used homeopathy before, and it definitely can be an effective tool, but I agree with Courtney. It's just one piece of that.
Totally. And I just learned something new. I learned something new. Homeopathy, however I said it before. I have no idea. I can't even remember anymore, but now I have a new way of saying it.
Yeah. It's both are correct. You said okay. Both are correct. It's just a different version of the word.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
I do want to throw in a couple of things here. One, I do highly recommend finding someone who is educated in homeopathy remedies to help guide through that. I know you can get them at Whole Foods. You can get them at other stores. You can read about them. But truly, I highly recommend having someone guide you through that and not trying to figure it out on your own, because it can be very confusing, conflicting, so on and so forth. I have taken them. I have had great, tremendous, amazing results. And then I've had some that didn't work for me at all. It's not an end-all solution 110% for every single person, every single situation. It has tremendous help. Sometimes. And that's another conversation. I'm going to stop right there.
Such an important point. And yeah, thank you for that. Really. It's, again, in like all these different ways, like different forms of healing, self-healing, etc. It is so important to work with a professional, somebody who's studied these things and who can guide you through the different considerations. There's a lot of things that we can try to feel better. There's a lot of things that have helped other people feel better. But again, we're all bio-individual. And who knows, there might be a medication that you're taking that maybe doesn't mesh well with a certain modality or ingredient or something like that. So just working with a professional, we can consider all of these really important things to make sure that you're actually helping yourself and you're not hurting yourself with the things that you're trying. And we can make sure you're taking the right amount and the right amount of time and all of these things, right? In the right conditions. So that's a really important point, and I'm really happy you brought that up.
Right. The remedies come in different cc's as well, and they're measured a little bit differently. So you have to be aware of these differences as well. And I've even used them for my dog. So there's various uses, but the knowledge is vast, and I highly recommend having someone alongside you, unless you studied it yourself, of course, to help navigate those waters.